Crisis Core. Final Fantasy VII Reunion gives the Final Fantasy VII prequel a new lease on life, with improved graphics, voiceover, and controls. The game was first announced during the Final Fantasy VII anniversary celebration to much fan delight, as it would offer a new opportunity for the beloved yet flawed title that was originally released for the PSP to become a better experience for players. Screen Rant attended a special hands-on preview event for the title, where part of one chapter of the game was available for play. The Crisis Core. Final Fantasy VII Reunion preview began midway through Chapter 2 in the courtyard of Fort Tamblin. The new graphics of the game stand out immediately, with much smoother textures and finely rendered detail. The new voiceover sections jump out immediately as well. The preview opened with a conversation with a Crescent unit captain that in the original game was text-only and is now fully voiced in Crisis Core. 7 Frank Reunion, a welcome change that undoubtedly enhances the game's immersion. Following a scene with Yuffie in the courtyard, Zack enters an arena fight with Vajradhara Wu and Vajradhara Tai, which excellently showcases the many changes made to the game's combat system and controls. The original Crisis Core was greatly hindered by the PSP's layout, with the single analog stick, meaning camera controls outside of battle were adjusted using the shoulder buttons. However, within battle the shoulder buttons were used to cycle through Zack's different skills, which in itself was a tedious process and also meant that there was no way to change the camera during a fight. The Digital Mind Wave system's UI was also largely maligned by players of the original title, with the slot machine-esque system filling much of the screen and its randomized results frequently interrupting combat. All of these problems have thankfully been eliminated in Crisis Core. Final Fantasy VII Reunion. For one, Crisis Core's DMW animations no longer interrupt players unexpectedly and instead are able to be purposefully triggered once earned. These cutscenes of Zack's memories can also now be skipped, another addition that greatly impacts overall immersion, as these scenes can feel fairly lengthy and hurt players' focus during particularly difficult moments. Similarly, the controls for Zack's different magic spells are now much easier to use during battle. Abilities can now be bound to the controller's 4 right-hand buttons in Crisis Core. 7 Frank Reunion and accessed seamlessly in battle by simultaneously holding down the left shoulder button at the same time, meaning players can focus much more on the actual fight than constantly rotating through a list of their spells. Obviously, the addition of camera controls in battle is also a huge boon, allowing for quick changes in perspective to track enemy movements that weren't previously possible. These new improvements were further showcased by how the preview for the game concluded. A difficult boss battle with Final Fantasy Summon Ifrit. Although it was only about a half hour's worth of gameplay, the many ways Crisis Core. Final Fantasy VII Reunion differentiates itself from the original are immediately clear. The upcoming remake is full of crisp, beautiful visuals that go hand in hand with new voice acting to make for an overall more impressive and immersive experience. This is coupled with the fact both combat controls and UI have been vastly improved for a much more fluid experience that players are sure to appreciate when Crisis Core. Final Fantasy VII Reunion releases later this year. Crisis Core. Final Fantasy VII Reunion will release December 13 for PlayStation consoles, Xbox consoles, Nintendo Switch, and PC. Screen Rant attended a special hand-on event for the purpose of this preview.
I'm the straight